Hello, good afternoon, and it's Friday. It's Friday today, and we've got a stream at 3 o'clock. And if you haven't bought your George's prize draw entries, get them in as soon as possible, ready before the stream at 3. So I won't take up too much of your time. As the title suggests, I'm still desperate to only put that video up yesterday, but I am quite desperate for Brexit 50p's, for which you'll get £1.50 in a membership voucher. So, for example, 10 Brexit 50p's is worth 15 quid in a membership voucher tier. 20 of them is worth 30 quid in a membership voucher. And what can you buy with that membership voucher? Well, there's memberships at £25, £39 and £100 each. So if you got 20 Brexits, that will cost you £10. You could swap that for a £25 membership voucher and still have £5 left over, as it were, towards another membership voucher. And with that membership voucher, you could win a silver. I mean, look at Suzanne Hudson. She won 3 silver £2 coins the other day. And that was from a free entry, let alone one that you buy. Not too long ago, Stuart Scholes, he won a gold coin, just plopped in there. You know, thought that was one that he bought, just plopped in. So you can turn it into something. I mean, you might win things that you may think, oh, I don't want that, like, you know, a set of £5 or whatever. But then, you know, then you have the opportunity of getting yourself a permanent joker or winning a joker so that you can swap them and swap things about and have prizes that you do actually want. What I need at the moment, anyway, is Brexit 50p's, loads of them. That's because of an article that came out in the Mirror. It's not because, and don't let anybody lead you up the garden path saying, oh, these are going to be rare and so on and so forth. They're not going to be rare. You know, not with a 9 million mintage, they're not going to be rare. It's just that it's gone in the Daily Mirror. Because it's gone in the Daily Mirror, you know, you have a load of people go out there and they want them. I mean, I've virtually done all mine. I've only got about 20 left, so I've just put the price up to £2.95 in order just to stem the flow, as it were. Otherwise, I could keep selling if I had more of them. So, you know, but that's why people buy it, is because it's been in the paper, and because the paper said, oh, one of these was worth £21,000. I mean, what a load of old toffee. It would have to be a serious minting error, and even then, it needs to be like a one-off minting error. Because if you had a minting error that was like replicated again and again and again, you know, like for example, you look at the £2 coin and the Navy £2 coin 2015, there's errors on that. I mean, I would sell a coin for sort of £80 to £100, but there's, you know, you find a few of them. That's why they're only £80 to £100. If there was only one error, then you might get a serious amount of money. So it's just hype. Chances are somebody just listed it at 21 grand and the Mirror journalist didn't do their research properly and quotes £21,000 for a Brexit 50p, and then someone else picks up on that quote, and that's where you get the Chinese whispers from. And now somebody else repeats that quote, and instead of saying it was listed at 21 grand, they just add the words, it was sold for 21 grand. And on the Chinese whispers go. Well, you know, all of us, we are quite familiar with how the Chinese whispers work, ain't we? So that's the story behind the Brexit 50p. Well, what's the story behind the £2 then? Well, it's a simple one, and it's one that doesn't happen very often. As you know, my suppliers, I've got suppliers, I'm not going to say who or where, because when I mention stuff, you know, there are 1 or 2 people out there that want to get in there and cause me problems. So unfortunately, I can't divulge all of it. All I can say is one of my suppliers that I buy from has asked me for 1,700 £2 coins on behalf of another client of theirs. And the client that wants them is in another country. So they've gone through this particular person and said, could you supply us? That particular person has thought of me straight away and said, I know just the guy. They've contacted me this morning and said, Ian, could you supply 1,700 £2 coins? Now, the interesting thing is, the fantastic thing for me, if this comes off, is that there's no specific requirement for the £2 coins. What they want is literally whatever I can get. Basic £2 coins. Now, you know, they did mention whatever the run-of-the-mill was. Well, the run-of-the-mill used to be technology. It then went on to Britannia. And, you know, when you're looking at the run-of-the-mill, well, to me, and not everybody sees it the same way I do, but to me, run-of-the-mill coins are the coins that you get a lot of. You know, so to me, Charles Dickens will be run-of-the-mill. To me, Charles Darwin will be run-of-the-mill. You know, to me, the Olympic centenary won't be run-of-the-mill. To me, even though it is the run-of-the-mill coin, Britannia, they're run-of-the-mill. But 2015 only did 650,000, so that's not a run-of-the-mill coin to me. You know, so I don't think they're bothered at this stage what the £2 coins are. They just want to know, can they get 1,700 of them? Well, of course, 1,700 times £2, that's £3.5 worth. And that's a little bit much for me to be able to supply right now. I've got some, but I haven't got anywhere near that many. So, what am I offering? Well, I'm offering £4 each for £2 coins. Any £2 coin, any condition, £4 each. From there, it goes up a little bit, depending on what the £2 coin is, of course, that you're giving me. Now, there's a full list on ians.tv where you can go and have a look at prices for all sorts of stuff, range of stuff that you can sell back to me, and I will buy it off you with a membership voucher. And you can, if they're no good to you, if they're just taking up cupboard space, if it's just taking up wardrobe space, under the bed space, you know, whatever space that you could do with using, because not everybody's got as much room as I've got here. To me, I never run out of space here. I mean, I sometimes say, oh, you know, space and all the rest of it, but in an emergency, I never run out of space. But not everybody's as lucky as me. So if you've got, you know, a load of Brexit 50p's or any other 50p for that matter, other coins, doesn't matter what the coins are, just go and have a look at Ian's TV and you'll see all sorts of prices for all sorts of coins. I take anything virtually. I prefer to have it sorted out, and for £2 coins is the one that I am absolutely screaming for now, is £2 coins. So anybody that might even, you know, I mean, there's a profit to be had. For example, if you go down to the bank or the post office and you get a big bag of £2 coins, that's 250 quid. No, it's not. It's 500 quid for a big bag. And inside that bag is 250 coins. So you've got 250 times £2. So each bag is £500 face value. You know. Now, I will stretch it a bit more. Anybody wants to go and get a full bag and send me a full bag, you know, unopened from the bank or the post office. What is that? So it's 500 quid. £4 each is 250 coins. £4 each is £1,000. So it costs you 500 quid for the bag. I'll give you double, so that's £1,000 for a full bag. But if you're going to send me a full bag unopened, I mean, you know, I'll go a little bit extra, and I'll go an extra 100 on the membership voucher, so you'll get 1,100 for it if it's a full bag. That's just in case you fancy going, you know. And that only applies really to somebody that has the money that they would ordinarily think of putting into the memberships. Right, so if you're thinking, like, you know, if it's been on your mind to spend 500 quid on the memberships, for example, and you go and get a bag, spend 500 quid on a bag of coins. Instead of spending 500 quid on a membership, go and spend 500 quid on a bag of £2 coins. Send them to me, and I'll give you 1100 plus the postage. Let's call it 1200 quid all in. You know, so £1,200 membership voucher for a bag of 250 £2 coins, inclusive of postage and everything, because postage ain't cheap. It's 20 odd quid on that, 25 quid on that. So if you've been thinking about that, then for 500 quid you can get 1200 quid worth of memberships. That's not bad as it goes. And what you can win back on those memberships, well, that can go into you know, some really good stuff. Talking of which, we now have is it two Full Monty 6 members now. I'm going to do another video about that, but we have 2 Full Monty 6 members, and so that means that I'm going to add something spicy, either gold or spicy silver, to tgbchraffle.com once a fortnight now, because I said once a month, because it's once a month per person that goes on to the Full Monty. So we did have one person, that was Chris, so I was going to add a little gold once a month. Now we've got 2 people because we've got Stuart Skull's gone onto it. So now that means I've got to add a little gold or a special silver twice a month. Now my target is 4, because if I have 4 people on that, 4 people on a Full Monty 6, that means I can add something spicy to the raffle site every single week, once a week. Imagine that. From there it just goes up, you know, and it won't be that long before we're putting gold and gold 50p's and £2 up there, you know, fortnightly or weekly even. That is coming. I can see that coming now. See that right in front of my eyes. We ain't got to get many Full Monty 6 members more in order to make that happen. And then once that starts happening, then of course the raffle site will start rocking. I mean, imagine having a weekly draw for a gold 50p or a £2. Imagine that. Or a really spanking sexy silver coin, you know, like Kew Gardens or some other puddle duck or something like that. Do you know what I mean? So we are really close to that. So this video is just about asking for a bit more help, because like I haven't asked for enough help from you, but it needs must, you know. I need to ask you for the help, and for those of you that are prepared to help me. And you can help me from as little as a couple of coins, you know. If all you can send me is 10 £2 coins, for example, that's a start. You know, if I had 50 people all send me 10 coins each, that's 500 coins. What I need is 1700. At the moment they're talking of 1700. Could even go up from there. But this is an opportunity for me to sort of, I'm on that ladder, and of getting back to where I was. Something like this, a deal like this comes along, it gives me an opportunity to sort of shoot up about 6 rungs at a time. Suddenly I'm on a higher rung, like snakes and ladders. Whoop, I've gone up a bit. I still could go down, but I've had a nice big leg up, because there's a deal here to be had that's good enough to whoop me up the ladder a little bit. So £2 coins and Brexit 50p's and other 50p's, obviously, and other coins I need. But the two most important are the £2 and the 50p, you know. And I'm also after silver, gold, anything like that. And I'm also after, you know, not just gold coins, but maybe somebody's sitting there with a gold ring or something, and they're thinking, you know what, that ring ain't no good to me, I need to sell it, but it's aggravation selling that kind of thing on eBay and all of that, and I don't want to get done, and none of that. Well, you can knock it out of me, I'll give you a good price for it, and you can have memberships for it. I can do something with that. Alright then, thanks ever so much for tuning in, thanks for watching. I'm going to do another video now to explain things about the draws, etc. And like I say, any help you can give me, I will absolutely appreciate. Bit of love out my back for everybody. See you at 3 o'clock. Make sure you've got your George's prize draw entry in. Hey. Thank you. Bye for now.